people. Welcome on board. Ankita here as a host for today's webinar. Ankita from Education Street, and I would just like to brief about myself being today's host. An IT engineer myself, 2006 pass out. Post that, I work with Tech Mahindra as a software engineer. I typically worked on mainframes, which is an old school traditional language. However, the most robust and the most complicated applications are run on it, and I'm very proud of that. That experience led me to go for an MBA. I did my management and finance. So I went to University of Leeds in UK. Post that, I also did a diploma in counseling because I was very interested towards student counseling and the entire community. However, there were no direct plans, but I did a diploma in counseling from UK Council. Post that, during amidst recession, which was in 2009, I was recruited by British Petroleum. I worked there for a year and a half, and 2010 I left my job with BP and I returned back to India to open up my own venture called as Education Street. That is the journey till 2010, and the journey from 2010 to 2020 has been the most glorious time of my year, because from almost 1,000+ students, meeting students every day, guiding them, advising them, counseling them for various countries and opportunities, and making their profile stronger day by day, has been an overwhelming and a very enriching experience. And that's exactly how I am in front of you, to make the most out of this current crisis that we have, because I know time is a resource, time is money. If we sit and kill it, we are gone and dusted. So let's do the best that we can do in the time and opportunities that we have today in our hands. So today's topic, very interesting, very progressive, way to go ahead, robotics. So robotics is something which is going to be a very big genre and career domain in future. It has already seen a lot of progress in it, but there is still a lot of avenues for us Indian engineers, Indian students to grow and build upon this. So the agenda for today is very clear, crisp and crystal. Robotics, what it is, capabilities and functions of robotics, advantages and disadvantages of robotics, jobs, salaries, and examples to explain and understand it better, and profile building. Guys, with all this, the major agenda is not completely to teach you robotics in detail, but it is how robotics can be your career path. So we want to understand the holistic version of robotics, that how you can delve and start your journey in this area. Before we start, I have a very interesting quote from Bill Gates, because he says robotics and other combinations will make the world pretty fantastic compared with today. That's what everybody is eyeing towards, and I will explain to you further that why robotics is going to see the shining star, is going to be a shining star ahead. So let's bring it on. First of all, very simple. What is robotics, guys? So robotics is study of robots. The goal of robotics is to design intelligent machines that can help and assist humans in their day-to-day lives and keep everyone safe. Makes sense, right? Third point, robotics draws on the achievements of information engineering, computer engineering, mechanical engineering, electronical engineering, and others. So basically, this field or this career is a mixture of all other domains as well. So a very, 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 very complicated one, but a very enriching and exciting and challenging career domain. I would come to the third point in much more detail in the further slides, but this is what robotics has in store for us. So robots are very essential, guys. We all should know this by now. It is going to be seen everywhere as technologies are getting more powerful and versatile. Just to start with, I love to give examples. So few examples. Just imagine a robot actually doing quality control for you. It is actually sorting parts in the industry. So what a manual intervention was required, there could be someone who can help you out with it. Box filling. Mundane jobs can easily be done and get done and completed by robots. Data entry, product and carton labeling, even in dangerous zones like fire or say earthquakes, tsunamis, we can have robots which can actually help us out in those crisis situations. So robotics has varied applications, and that is why it is a very beautiful career to go and progress further. There are three laws of robotics. Very interesting. It is done by a guy called as Asimov. He was a great science fiction writer, and in 1942, guys, he came up with three laws of robotics, and that's what a lot of companies abide to. A robot must not injure a human being or through inaction allow a human being to come to harm. That's number one point, and the most important theory behind robotics and development and research and development of robotics. The second point, a robot must obey the orders given it by human beings, except where such orders would conflict with the first law. Coming back to the first law, it should never injure a human being. The third law, a robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with the first or second laws. So basically, guys, this law has made it very clear to all the people who are making development into it that it should by no way harm a human being, or it should be working on its own. It should be taking orders by human beings. And what we want to say, or what I want to show you here, is that robotics is a scary aspect for lot, because there are lot of questions that is your job going to be taken by robotics if we develop that. I'm going to come to that interesting gray area as well. But robotics is based on these three Asimov laws of robotics. Okay, guys. So this is what is the concept and what we should build upon. If we abide to these laws, there is no danger anymore to us and human beings and our jobs and our well-being. So now, as we spoke about robotics and it is a science behind making robots, let's understand what are the different common types of robots. Mobile robots, stationary robots, autonomous robots, remote control robots, and virtual robots. So these are the types. So let's quickly understand them. A mobile robot is a machine controlled by software that uses sensors and other technology to identify its surroundings and move around its environment. Pretty simple, right? It is little intelligent to do the basic works because it has sensors and other technologies. Mobile robots function using a combination of AI and physical robotic elements such as wheels, tracks, and legs. So, guys, AI was the webinar which I taken few days back, and AI, as I had mentioned then as well, it has widespread application, and it is a new electricity which is going to be needed and used in all possible career domains, and hence I was imposing or giving you a lot of feedback that AI is there as the future. So again, even in robotics, AI is a part of it. I'll come to it more in detail further. So mobile robots are the most common robots, guys. Drone, which is an aerial mobile robot, which is the most common, right? In fact, right now the current surveillance by police is happening through drones. So just imagine how important all these kinds of robots are important in our life. Stationary robots. So stationary robots, as the words say, are not mobile, and they perform their task at a fixed location. These robots are fixed in one place and cannot move. This category includes robotic arms, computerized machine tools, and most other industrial robots. So, stationary robots are mainly also called as industrial robots because they are exactly being placed there and they are widely used by industry. So, as we are speaking already, industrial robots have been in most of the industries to help and serve them. Typical examples are like welding robots. Guys, you imagine a welding robot, if there is someone who's fixed upon one place, it can do things automatically. And that's what the beauty of robots in industries are. Plate cutters. All these is support which you get because of stationary robots. And they're widely used in this entire industrial companies and growths. The third one, autonomous autonomous robots. They make decisions based on what it perceives and or has been programmed to recognize and then actuate a movement or manipulation within that environment. With respect to mobility, for example, these decision based actions include but are not limited to the following basics: starting, stopping, and maneuvering around obstacles that are in their way. Guys, nothing complicated. I'll make it easy for you. Typical examples are airport robots. Have you seen robots on airports? I have myself seen robots in Germany and Munich airports and stuff, wherein they actually help a lot of things. They help in, luggage looking for something. They have sensors to sense things, if there is anything risky or anything which is left behind. And that's exactly how autonomous robots function on airports. And they make decisions, they give alarms, they give signals, and then the intervention happens. So that is the beauty of autonomous robots. They are given certain intelligence to actuate a movement or manipulate a movement. That is how the reach is, and we have far more applications left to come on this. Remote control robots. I think all of us grew up playing with simple remote control robots, right? Even our basic cars, which happen through remote controls, and we love those soft toys, or those robots which go back and forward with our control and stuff, and we feel so damn powerful during childhood days. Those are the basic examples of remote control robots, and they are now widely used in lot of ways, wherein you cannot enter that zone and you have a remote control person to actually help you out. They are also used in defense, guys, because if somewhere it is very risky for a human to go in, you can actually use a robot to go and sense and monitor things for you. So the importance is going to surge higher and higher. So the area and the growth in this area is immense. So a robot that is tele-operated by any transmitting device, which in most case is remote. This is what a remote control robot looks like. These robots are referred as remote control robot. There is a direct interaction between the human and robot. So there is an interaction between human and robot, and that is how they operate. The virtual robots. Virtual robots are stimulated robots used to generating programming for robots. Just imagine that the robot in itself, there would be a software robot sitting inside, which will generate programming according to the situation, create application for a physical robot. Now, this is something which is very scary, that there's someone who's actually doing things which we do and stimulate a situation and get results out of it. But fortunately, this does not exist as of now. This is a future plan, and we might see it very soon, but as of now it doesn't exist. So let's not worry, or let's not have much thought over it. So these are various types of robots. Now let us look at the application of robots, guys. The major application of robotics is basically in industrial robots. So companies like a lot of companies like Deloitte, Accenture, Capgemini, all of these use in IT as well robots and stuff. So just a few examples: industrial robots used for repetitive task and inspection of pipes or sites not easily accessible to humans. So industrial robots help in lot of things like assembly line, and there are what I'm just thinking of more thing. Yeah. So welding, packaging, dispensing. So industrial robots are used for a lot of repetitive tasks and mundane tasks, and they are using this because they have cost reduction in it and better efficiency. So that is why robots are coming up in industries. Educational robots used for teaching and training. Just imagine that there is some topic which does not require a teacher to be there. There could be an educational robo as well. Medical robots, guys, very interesting, because there are a lot of things like in fact they want medicine or pacemakers or a lot of things to be fitted in such a way that they can map and progress a patient when he or she is not in a hospital or in hospital, to understand better functionality of our blood pressure and sugar levels and varied other parameters in this case. So medical robots are going to be there, even to help them to give telemedicine, precision surgery and stuff. In fact, surgeries have also been tried by experimental robots and stuff. So robots can actually do specific surgery which doesn't require human intervention, and they have also gone successful. Just that they have not been widely available and used everywhere for XYZ reasons, but that's where experimentation and research is going. And household robots, how much we need it right now, right guys? Because current situation is so bad that I so wished I had someone to clean, I had someone to put my bed sheets and wash utensils. Oh god, I think I'm venting out a lot. But household robots is already a very big market. Just Google on Amazon and you would know the kind of robots available to do your things. And basic like vacuum cleaning is the most widely used robo available in this case. So we all require robots in all aspects. So as I spoke guys, robotics and robots, it has lot of importance, but it is not a standalone degree. It requires skills which requires your understanding towards lot of other areas: electronic systems, electromechanics, mechanical systems, CAD, computer, digital control systems, mechatronics, AI, and a lot and a lot and a lot. Now why I'm saying this to you is because I want you to understand that if you are an electronic engineer, or you are a mechanical engineer, or you are a computer engineer, this stream is for you. The starting point can be any, but over the time you need to have understanding of this all these wider areas to create, to innovate, to invent, to be on this wave which is already started and which is a very huge thing. So my understanding is that when there is a lot of concepts and which comes in beautifully together to create something so powerful, I personally would feel it is the most aspiring career, because it gives me an opportunity to do something new and think out of the box. And hence robotics is being said among the top 5 careers which will be in the most limelight in the next 10 years. So that is why guys, it is very important, and that's why it is very important that currently whichever bachelor's you're doing, and if you're interested for robotics, you need to build your skills, because there are a lot of skills required to be a successful robotic engineer. So that is what I want to clear and give you a current motivation to start with. Now we spoke about AI earlier, that robotics is nothing but also science of robots, and artificial intelligence is basically science of making machines intelligent. So if they both are combined, they both are very different to each other. Okay, let me not complicate things. They're separate things, but when merged or when applied together, there is this red zone which creates artificially intelligent robots, guys. They are different, but they overlap to create AI robots. Now let me give you an example, because I think examples make it very, very clear. Okay, just imagine of a robo in an industry. So this robo, which is cobot, so basically a robo in industry which does one task is called as cobot. So this cobot takes one item, okay, and it places this item to an X place as designated and as asked to the robo, or as programmed. Okay, so this is what a single task a cobot is doing. Now let's talk about an AI cobot. So if in this case I have robotics and artificial intelligence merged in this robo and it is programmed beautifully, I have an artificially intelligent robo with much more power. Now what will an AI cobot do? An AI cobot will be doing a lot of things more for me. So suppose if I have 10 things, different things, and I want those 10 different things to be placed at 10 different positions, this cobot, AI cobot, will be able to do it, because it can identify, there is data in it for him to identify that A has to be placed at position 1, B has to be placed to position 2, C has to be placed at position 3. Why? Because there is data, there is machine learning programming which is being done. It can identify that product as A, B, and C. It can identify positions as 1, 2, and 3. Wow, now that is interesting. Don't you think so, guys? It is something going to be really, really helpful for industries to do things faster and efficient, right? Now, even AI cobot can do even different things. So now if the warehouse is very populated, it has a lot of things move to and fro, I also can have an intelligence given to that cobot that you find the best part to reach the position 1 and 2 for those items. They can find their best route themselves. What more do I want, right, guys? So this is a relation between robotics and AI, and that is why there is always robotics is said to be an interdisciplinary field, which we just saw before, that it has electronics, it has computers, it has mechanical, mechatronics, AI, and all of it. Now, guys, I am coming to a career path which is the most promising right now. So in robotic, there is a concept called as robotic process automation. You would hear this a lot even if you Google a job opening in RPA. The common term and the most used term is RPA. So let's use that to understand what RPA is. Robotic process automation, which has a great future stored for you if you're interested to go into robotic. Let me break it down for you. So what is robotic? Robotic are entities that mimic human actions, are called as robots. Okay. Automation is any process that is done by a robot without human intervention. Self-explanatory, we already knew about it. Now what is RPA? So the process of automating business operations with the help of robots to reduce human intervention is said to be RPA. Exactly what I've been building in my previous slides. A robot is there to take human operations and human intervention and reduce human intervention and basically help in automating our jobs. So that is what robotic process automation is. So basically it's a software robot. Just let me give you an example here also. Just imagine I am an writer, or I am a blog writer. I have now an article written. I want to publish it 100 places. Manually, I have to go to those 100 places to publish that, or I have an employee within me who would publish it to 100 places and 100 forums and topics and websites and chat boxes and everywhere. But just imagine I have an RPA set. This will be automated on its own. It will find the 100 places and and publish the article all these places. And that's the beauty of RPA. Capgemini, Deloitte, Tech Mahindra, Wipro, TCS, all of this, just Google and you will see they have an RPA engineer opening. Now, this is what is happening in most of the IT companies, industries, medical areas, and this is why RPA is the next buzzing job aspiration that you should have in this case. Let us build more further on applications of RPA. So basically, guys, RPA is what kind of automation does companies want to bring in? Basically, they want RPA is used for these 5 areas. High volume. So if suppose there's a lot of data and lot of documentation, I can use RPA. Repetitive work, no one wants to do. In fact, they don't find talent to do the repetitive work because they find they work for 3 days and they leave the job. So repetitive work can be given to robots. Labor intensive. So wherever you require like welding or even assembly line working or lifting things and stuff, labor intensive, we can have a robo over there. Rules based, low variance. So all are these tasks which are required. Just to give you few examples, guys, again, because I love examples because it clears my thoughts and I'm sure it clears everybody's thoughts. So an HR deals with every day. Suppose big companies normally and on an average, they have almost 50 people or 20 people who join them. Just imagine every day the HR person has to do the payroll system job. They need to, do the what do you say, joining formalities of the new employees. But what if I have an RPA application which will automatically do these things for me, because I have given this mundane, this repetitive job to a system which is programmed to do this for me? Brilliant, amazing. That's what an RPA does. So an RPA engineer gets those kind of jobs automated, and that is where more number of jobs are coming as RPA. One more example, guys. Insurance company, every day they have claims. So you buy an insurance, if you have an accident, you are actually going to claim your insurance, right? That's the purpose why we all buy insurance. Every day thousands of claims, and then they require a huge setup to address to those claims. But if I have an RPA application, I can at least do the basic receiving of these claims, which is automated for me. I feel it is the future. I feel that's where the new jobs are going to be. So what are the benefits of RPA? To understand why will this robotics or AI or intelligent machines will come in picture, because there's immense benefit out of it. They're accurate because they are not programmed to do any mistake. Like, there's no human error possible here. Consistent, yes. Cost cutting technology, once you have set in, you can repeat it again and again, right? Productivity rate, they're faster, they can work 24/7. We work 8 to 9 hours, they can work all round the clock, and that's amazing. No coding required because there's a setup and someone else has done for us. Reliable software, offers compliance and reduce burden on IT, and easy to accept in the system. So RPA has lot of benefits, and already big giant companies have identified it. The moment big giant companies identify it, that means it is going to come in the next level also, the next level also. So the moment it requires to come to all aspirations and all industry domains, you realize that you have to understand that there is a lot of scope to ride on, and that is why RPA is a very good area to go in. I am interested. How do I start now RPA? So I want to learn about RPA. So you can start with the leaders. So basically there are 3 leaders of RPA tools: UiPath, Blue Prism, and Automation Anywhere. These 3 are the major 3 popular RPA tools. If you ask me, UiPath and Blue Prism are the most amazing ones. They are versatile, they're easy, they are, in fact, UiPath also has a 30-day free trial. So you would actually get a feel about how it is. They have a lot of good tutorials, and there are a lot of certifications available for those. So that's exactly what I want to help you out. If you come on board with us and we help you to build your profile, I would be able to tell you suitably that what kind of certification would lead you to be a leader in UiPath or Blue Prism. Then there are a lot of performers. Again, there are other ones also, like Pegasystem, Kirian, Edgework, WorkFusion, NICE, Redbook. Then there are, Kofax, Softomotive, a lot of tools available, guys, in the market. But the leaders are where we can start with, okay? So there are the benefits because they are known very popularly, and they're used also by a lot of leaders. So if you understand this, guys, I want to feed this. I'm an engineer, first year, second year, wherever I am, I start learning this. I do projects on it, I do internships on it. Just imagine the day I am sitting in front of the employer, how wonderfully I'll be able to be demanding in my conditions, and what do I want from them, and how wonderfully will they be able to see you and offer you the best, because you are what they want. They don't want to come and take someone and invest 6 months and 8 months for him to understand the concept and then work from him. You are going to save them a lot of money, so they will offer you a lot of money. That's a pure equation. If you're ready to supply them a lot, they will give you a lot because they would demand you in their company. And that's what you have to be, guys. You have to be a riser. You have to build your profile, and period. That is what you have to do. Example of RPA, a lot of examples, and I again have an example of RPA. Very simple to understand, okay? So CSR is there. What is a CSR? A customer sales representative. Just imagine you're going to Big Bazaar to buy something, okay? So I go as a customer, I come with my cart, okay? I place my order. I am a new customer, I have to make my log entry. So you always see they make a customer profile and stuff that way. Then I will place my order. So suppose if this is online, sorry, I'm not to Big Bazaar, but I'm on a Big Bazaar online portal, and then I schedule the delivery. So all this is happening behind your order when you're doing it on Amazon or a Big Bazaar portal. But if I have an RPA application there, this work can be done by a robo. I feel this is interesting. But of course, a lot of you might be starting to think that if all this is taken by a robo, where will we humans go? Where will we work? Our jobs are going to go away. Please, guys, hold on. That's not what is going to happen. We have a lot in store for you. So this is what RPA is. Now, what does an RPA does? The role, the background, the salary, the skills required, and a lot more. So the role is basically to design, develop, implement RPA systems. So if I am in TCS, I will sit as an engineer. I would identify what are the mundane or the repetitive jobs or labor intensive or requires efficiency, and then I will design those RPA, and I will also make a documentation and a QA up behind it. This is my role as an RPA developer. It is not technical, but I need to understand technicality. That is what the beauty of this role is. The background could be computer science degrees, certifications, as I mentioned, UiPath, Blue Prism. That's what you have to do. So previous experience, so internships in it, or some projects into it will help you. Skills, technology, knowledge on automation tools, programming, C#, Java, C++ is what is there. And salaries, even a junior, guys, in US, even if you have done a diploma, but you have certifications in this, earns you $85,000. I mean, I'm not kidding. This is really what is in demand. An average is around $100,000, and at top, an average is around $132,000. So guys, if you want to be successful, if you are interested in this area, today is a time for you to start your profile into it. So an RPA developer surely has a lot of things to achieve, and I hope you do it. So robotics, guys, or RPA, it has a lot of applications and which are already existing. It is not something which is going to come in picture. It is already come in picture. Okay. So robo is there for customer service and accounting. It is also there for financial services, healthcare, HR, supply chain management. All these domains typically already are seeing the rise of robotics, and that's where we need to make our impression. So what are the advantages of robotics? Why do you think companies or industries will accept it? Because there are fewer errors, higher quality, less downtime, higher productivity, less space utilization, more energy efficiency, improved security and control, and reduction in pick, pack, and ship times. So that is why robotics has a lot of power packed advantages, and that is why it is going to be the sunrise tomorrow. Disadvantages, I feel that is something which we all are concerned about. So unemployment, the number one reason that people, and there are a lot of debates which are already there, that if we start developing robots and intelligent robots with AI and stuff, there would be unemployment. Needs power supply. Maintenance cost is high and expensive. Of course, at this point of time, if I have to develop a robo, it is going to be expensive because it is in the start and the preliminary stages. So these disadvantages brings me to a food for thought. Now this is where I leave you all to think about it. Is this the end of your career or the start of a new one? So whenever something ends, there's always a starting point, and that is where I want to bring in picture that there are new roles and new skills and new you required to be a progressive and a shining star ahead. So 2021, 2022, whenever you finish your bachelor's, whenever you are out, if you have a shining armor to you, you will then only make the difference in the industry. Otherwise, you would be in the redundant roles. So 48% of stable roles will always be there. Human resource teachers, chief executives, robotics engineers, network professionals, marketing, operations, supply chain, database, computer science, compliance officer, 48%. These are always going to be the stable job and roles. The redundant roles, which will might, we never know, but they might go away. Data entry clerks, accountants, delivery drivers, because now we would have self-driven cars, lawyers, factory workers, door-to-door salesmen. We already see them going off, right? Why? Because there are automation in all these processes. But I think that's for good. Don't you think so? Why? Because there are new roles which are going to come in picture: robotics engineer, innovation professionals, solution designers, people and cultural specialists, new technology specialists, automation, interaction, digital marketing. These are the new roles. So whatever is taken away as jobs, guys, what we feel that they will take away our jobs is actually they are done and dusted. It's time for new things. It is time for new understanding. It is time for new people. It is time for new areas. And if I don't understand that, I can sit back and sulk over that someone is going to take my job. I need not do that. I need to be capable enough. I need to be 2 steps ahead, and I need to be charge of my profile so that I can never go redundant. I can always be useful, and I can always be a powerful person. And that's where I leave you with a food for thought. Robotics is not going to change your jobs or take away your jobs. Robotics is going to take away jobs which are not needed anymore and bring new job avenues with new skills and new understanding. And that is a brilliant topic which I feel we should all think and debate over. So thank you guys for attending this. Now I have a very good thing ahead. So where do I study? So GitHub, Coursera, Udemy, Code Academy, a lot of websites, but universities offer real good masters in robotics. So I can possibly go there. Masters in AI, masters in computer science, a lot of courses which offer such courses which I can go and bring in. Or I can do certifications from these universities because I possibly cannot go now, or I cannot go because I'm a working professional, whatever, X, Y, Z. We will help you find the best option for you. So guys, each semester matters, and that's what I've been telling in every webinar, that if I'm in first year, if I'm in second year, I can either sit back and enjoy my time. I can kill my time by working upon enjoying Netflix. There's quarantine, lockdown, sulk, video chats, gaming, all of it. But what if I decide to learn, equip, and really make something out of myself? I am going to be the shining star in this darkness. And that's exactly what you need to do. And hence, we at Education Street want to work with those risers who want to shine ahead. And that's why we bring profile building mentoring to all those aspirants who want to kill it up and rise up. So either you rise up or risk it all, guys. That's the clear equation. So PBM is an intensive and customized mentoring program designed to provide you with skills and advantages you need to find a good job or university admission after your bachelor's. So you have 2 goals after your bachelor's. Either you find a job or you go to university. Both of this is possible if you really work hard now. A job with a good role, good pay, possible with a good profile. A good university with a good scholarship is possible because of a good profile. And that is why we want to be a mentor to offer you exposure to skills, roadmap of time. We want to set a roadmap. We do for three months for each student because we don't trust you more than that. Every 3 months, we keep building on your profile, picking technical learnings, choosing a right course, industry, in trends, because trends change quite often. Internships, we will help you and support you find an internship. Entrepreneurship club, will connect you with startups and companies which actually work on the skills which you want to build your career or project on. And at the end, your resume building. So who is this for? Guys, this is not for lousy people. It is not for those people who want to do something but then tomorrow they are again back to their nutshell. We really want students who are from different genres, engineering disciplines, currently enrolled in engineering, passed out engineering, technology bachelors, any kind of bachelors who want to switch fields, I'm an electronic engineer, but I want to switch to something else. We will make it possible, but you need to be charged and you should be ready to stand tall. So we would unleash your shine, guys. And the outcome after PBM, which we have done year on year for students, and that is why we approach every year students to help and join mentoring with us, because we see power pack skills, we see what they want to do, they have identified on their own. There's no someone who's just sitting on their head and saying go for this. No, I don't want herd mentality. I want you to decide for yourself what you want. Job relevance, admission proof, and at the end your character, your confidence is so damn shining, so damn high, that you can go anywhere and crack your deal. And that's what the outcome of PBM is. The beauty of PBM, so now at this offering that we have for you, the price is 10,000 normally, but all the webinar attendees and all the people, the price is going to be dirt cheap. 7,000 is what we are charging you in this period. So how does PBM work? Primary profile counseling. As a counselor, I would be sitting back with you, having a 1 hour session to discuss with you that what you have done, what you like, what you want to achieve, where is your goals, and then set upon the to-do list ahead for the next 3 months. So I will list skills, certification, internships, and activities to help you to capitalize your profile. Every 3 months, this cycle builds on. So we'll keep building, and this process will continue until your bachelor's is over. Or if you're a working professional already, it will cover up or end up after 2 years. So this is what we work upon. General FAQs. So guys, a lot of courses and certification available online. What will you do extra in this? Exactly, इतने options है online कि आज मैं अगर robotics का certification ढूंढने जाऊँ, I can see so many, and I cannot see so many which are good enough. Like you would not know UC Berkeley offering a certification for you in robotics, right? We will help you because we are expert in it, and we've been doing this year on year, and that is why PBM is for each one of you. The price is for the entire duration. We will not charge you. It could be 2 years, 3 years, whatever it is, and it is delivered through technology. So wherever you are in Bangalore, Ahmedabad, Kashmir, wherever, we support and help students for varied countries and cities, and it is online. So you need not worry about that. We also help students for counseling for varied countries. So in the end of the tunnel, if you want to go to study abroad, we surely are expert for all the countries that you're looking out for. So we support and guide you for this as well. Now bringing to the end, as I said, we would be giving this certificate of appreciation to all of you. So thank you guys for joining in. Thank you for attending this. And this brings me to the end of the session. And my email ID is ankita@educationstreet.in. Our website is educationstreet.in. And please, as I requested, please join us on our Instagram handle on Instagram, social media and stuff, and it's at Education Street. So we would love you to be there and support us and be in touch. So this brings me to the end of the webinar, and I would love your feedback on the chat room, that whether it was useful and served your time and purpose. And any more questions, if I have time, I will take in upon. Thank you guys, and now I can take a breath. And thank God there was no power cut. By the way, tomorrow there's a session on telecommunications. So anyone interested, please join us.